Wickedwands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we're going to do a reading for Leo. Let's call in spirit with some wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far, Leo. It's stormy here, a little bit dark, but I kind of like thunderstorms, so it'll work out. We are going to start with the Edgar Allan Poe deck today. And at the end of the reading, Leo, I'm going to do the Magic 8-Ball cards, which is a yes or no question for you. So that'll help me personalize this general reading for you. So make sure you take a second to jot down 3 yes or no questions. Example, does Billy want to kiss me? But, slightly more specific might be good too. Either way, that'll be the end of the reading. So, all right, what do we have for Leo? Ten of Swords. Not a very fun card. Ten of Swords is about betrayal, Leo. So there's a situation here where someone feels like they have been treated really horribly by somebody that they thought that they could trust. And with the Four of Swords, this individual who's been hurt is now taking some time to themselves to heal and kind of lick their wounds, but also process what's happened and what they can do to better the situation and get back to, life. There could be an issue with communication here that has led to this betrayal. So somebody could have gaslighted, manipulated the situation, or lied. Or somebody could have ghosted you, Leo. So we have the Lovers coming out. The Lovers is about a major choice. It doesn't have to be a romantic choice. For example, this could, in some instances, be somebody who is having to choose between their, love affair with work and somebody that they actually love. But there's a choice here, and I feel like somebody is extremely worried because they know they're not going to get chosen. We have the Ten of Cups. This is a card that's all about like that happy home life, right? Like somebody who has that like picket fence, owns their own place. This is one of the few cards that is bright in the Edgar Allan Poe deck. Most of them have this like deep blue or purple background. But the Ten of Cups is all about getting what you want and having that life that you've dreamed of. So there's somebody here who's concerned about how the communication has gone between them and another individual, and whether or not that choice that this person's going to have to make is going to end up with the Ten of Cups or more of the Ten of Swords. We have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. And with the Moon on this card, I feel like there's somebody here who has refused to actually make their love offer. But here we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups could be like somebody who's getting a lot of attention romantically, somebody who has a lot of interested parties. So for some reason, I'm kind of getting the image of somebody here, Leo, that has some sort of following or group of people that really admire or respect them. That kind of makes it difficult for this person to focus their energy on one person. So this could be somebody who's like got, successful band or published a book, and there's some people who really, whatever it is, there's like this recognition that has kind of boosted this person's ego or confidence, And as a result, they may not be aware of the fact that they have been causing some heartbreak. Um, I kind of just heard left and right. So this could have been something where people have expressed interest and this masculine hasn't really realized the amount that his inability to choose or lack of decisiveness, because this is all about confusion. He has so many choices that the choices that he doesn't choose or the fact that he isn't making a choice is breaking hearts. Remember not to get too hung up on gender in tarot, you guys. I could come out as the Empress or the Emperor just as easily. That's right, I aim high. We have the Ace of Pentacles. This is clarifying the Eight of Wands. Some of you could get like an out of the blue text message with a love offer. Like, hey, I know I haven't talked to you in a while. I miss you. Do you want to go on a date sometime? And you're like, me? Me? And I always find this particular Ace of Pentacles extra lucky because it has the scarab beetle on it. It could be that there were external forces here in terms of like third party influence, i.e., friends or family that were guiding this person perhaps incorrectly at the beginning, and now they're encouraging them towards their love interest. But there's something here about people feeling like they know what they're talking about and trying to guide this Knight of Cups. So it could be like, you know, I don't know why I just got a flash of like Entourage, when, you know, main dude's getting like, what's that, like advice from like Turtle, and you're like, there's always going to be people that know what they're talking about and people that don't know what they're talking about, because at the end of the day, nobody really knows the full situation, even if you try. Especially because with, what is this, Two of Cups? Sorry, the moon. With the moon, we know somebody here is basically incapable of telling the full story, because there's definitely a big secret here. These are two people that are wearing a mask. So there was something that made this situation particularly difficult in terms of people being honest about their emotions. I feel like for the non-heartthrob here, somebody just viewed there being too much competition as like enough of a blocker for them in terms of whether or not they actually like stepped forward. But with this Knight of Cups, there's a possibility he was wearing a mask in terms of like some sort of like bravado, right? Like, I don't need feelings. I'm successful. But we have the Death card coming out. So even if this was the kind of masculine energy to not make offers or not ask people out on dates, there's something here that's changing in terms of how this masculine pursues investing in other people, like how he spends his time. I think we're actually going to switch to another deck here. This is the Situations deck, and it's one of my favorites, so we'll get a little bit more insight. What else do we have for Leo, please? Yeah, so I feel like the Ten of Swords at the top of this column is really about this Knight of Cups energy being a desirable bachelor and nobody really being able to get him to want to settle down. Some people are even a little obsessed with him. So again, I feel like there's some sort of fame here, some sort of recognition within a community. But this masculine energy can't stop thinking about this one particular person. There were really good memories that they made. And the more they think about this feminine energy, they view this person as like a blessing to their life. But their friends or family members were telling them to beware of this feminine energy because they viewed her as a threat. So like baby trapping is a thing. So this could be like an athlete, right? And friends saying like, I don't know if you should really continue to hang out with that chick. I bet she's just trying to get pregnant so she can take all your money. But I'm not entirely convinced that that's, yeah. I don't think that's actually how this feminine energy is, because this toxic behavior, this is about, wow, that's an interesting synchronicity. There's like this redness to where the baby would be in this picture, and then the apple coming out. I feel like the reason this masculine has had to wear a mask when it comes to actually being interested in this feminine energy is because of the unhealthy behaviors he's learned from these people that are in his life. Like, it's a weakness to be honest about actually giving a fuck. But I feel like when this masculine finally does express his feelings, it's going to be like a little overwhelming for this feminine energy, because she will have seen this masculine as rather like pulled together and not really like into expressing things. And then there'll be this like outpouring. It could be like a really long text message, especially with this Eight of Wands that suggests like digital or like phone call kind of conversation. But it's going to be kind of like overwhelming for this feminine energy to be like, whoa, what? Yeah. One more time. For hidden energy, you're not aware of it, but this masculine energy, if you're the feminine, is seeing shit that reminds some of you everywhere, like everywhere. And I bet you anything it's spirit making this person think about you, because they are starting to realize how stupid they were for not saying anything. And if you identify with this masculine energy, you might not realize that there's like a mirroring element on the other side of the equation. So this feminine energy is also thinking about you, but trying to stifle that. Then we have children. So there could be a single parent involved here, or children that impact the relationship. For others of you, this could be more so about the fact that there's a playful connection here that the masculine hadn't really been able to find elsewhere. Maybe too many people were really doing the most to try to like get this dude into a serious relationship, and you were just kind of like, sure, next Tuesday's cool. We have hamster wheel coming out to clarify recalling. So I feel like part of the reason that this masculine has maintained a distance is because there's a super important focus for them right now on finances and business. But with the happiness card and sunflower coming out, there's something here about the realization that this individual makes this masculine happy. It's like they can't help but smile. So there could be a moment where this masculine just like freaks out on his friends or family, and they're just like, what do you want from me? That person makes me happy. That's just how it is. Like, what have you done to make me happy lately, by the way? So then that'll push this masculine into a reconciliation. Like, why am I spending my time with people who aren't treating me like this other person did? And even though this masculine might be embarrassed about expressing those emotions, there's an understanding that things will get more difficult for this masculine if he doesn't express his emotions. We're going to get just a couple more tarot, and then we'll dive into those magic 8-ball questions. So make sure you have jotted down 3 yes or no questions. All right, we've got the Ace of Swords. So truth is really important here. Leo, you're going to want to make sure that when you have this conversation with this person, that you are appreciative and forgiving with the honesty you get from the other person involved, and that you offer up honesty as well. You don't have to be a dick about it, but don't go into something that you are really serious about without good intent. We have the Six of Wands coming out, and I love to see that. That's about success. So there's something here about the two of you coming together, helping both of you be more successful in your professional lives. I would guess it has something to do with the fact that you would both be committed to supporting the other one, right? Like, I want you to do what makes you happy kind of thing. Or I believe in you in terms of like what your goals are. We have the Lovers coming out again. So basically we have a second opportunity coming around, and this masculine is going to have to decide whether or not he wants to choose you, like, and do what he should have done the last time, right? We have the Knave of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. This is about good news coming in. So when this masculine reaches out to this feminine, it's going to be seen as great news. And then we have the King of Wands. This is in the reverse, so I feel like the masculine energy is going to try to approach this feminine in a new way instead of the maybe over-sexualized way that he approached women in the past. And then we have the Queen of Wands, and she will respond favorably to this. She is pursued by other individuals and seen as alluring or desirable, but there's also a sense of purity with this white cat, right? Like, yeah, I know I'm sexy, but I also don't fuck around. Like, I make people wait for it because I don't give access to that part of my energy unless you're worth it. So he has to approach her with this non-King of Wands energy if he wants to be successful with her. All right, time for those yes or no questions. What do we have for Leo? Question number 1, please. Sometimes I get a little smart with you and say, what do you think? This is right on top of the Ace of Swords. So Leo, I feel like this spirit saying you already know the answer to this question. Do better. Question number 2. Negative. So that would be a no for you guys. Hopefully that's the answer you wanted. One more. What else do you have for Leo, please? Question number 3. All right. So this is interesting. So one flipped over and I was also feeling pulled to another one. Okay, so we have yes and you shall not. I feel like the you shall not is for the feminine energy because it's like they're going to sit right by King of Wands and Queen of Wands. So if you identify with the King of Wands, your answer is yes. If you identify with the Queen of Wands, your answer is you shall not. So it could be, should I reach out? Ladies, no. Masculines, yes. All right. I hope that that helps clear up the situation for you. Thank you, of course, for all the support, and have a wonderful rest of your day.